Hi there. Thank you very much being here. It's really a privilege to be able to announce, not the first, I will explain later, but our flying car. I would like to announce just very short, brief information at the beginning. It was for us quite tough to decide which event will be for us the major one. We got a lot of offers from auto shows, from air shows, but then we decided that technological festival and festival which is so deeply linked with pioneering is the right for us. And there is also some other framing, and in a few seconds I will reveal it. So let's go straight to the Aeromobil. I would like, with my partner, Stefan Klein, to talk a little bit today about the history, but not only about the history of the flying cars, but about the history of free travel, freedom to move. This is our keyword. In few days, for us, it will be a very emotional moment, because in few days, it will be 25th anniversary of what we are calling Velvet Revolution, which happens in countries like Poland, Czechoslovakia at that times, Hungary, and a lot of other countries. Plenty of you are coming from these countries, so I'm sure that you understand what I'm talking about. And during that period, this was our experience with the travel. We were not able to travel, and now back to Vienna, as we are based in Bratislava. It's a city which literally, it's sitting on the river Danube, and we were overlooking the river to the Austria, which was for us free country, and we were just dreaming at times that how it will be to be there and to be able to travel there absolutely free. Thanks a lot, but this is really so true. This is in DNA of this project, so for us it was very important to mention this at the beginning. But today is a time again for revolution in person transportation. If you're asking why, I think that everybody will agree that today we are again, all of us, in a prison. It looks a bit scary, but in real it means this. On daily basis, all of us, we are in traffic jam prison, which is our first application, first use case. Plenty of people around the globe are traveling quite a significant distance to work and back home, and this is something which influences the environment, economic, and it's not the best solution. There is some data, I will not go through each of them, but I think that each of us could understand why this is important, and this is something which is really happening. This is a real problem. Second prison, we call this airport prison. Traveling like 50 years ago, it was about emotion. I remember my first flight, I was so excited, but these days, when I have to fly, it's really something very unpleasant. I have to take off my shoes. I have spent a lot of hours in very unuseful way, and it's simply not the way how I would like to spend my life. Definitely, it will not work for long haul distance flights, but for example, with the first technical setup, with the first engine, for the trips up to 400 miles, it's no more efficient, more emotional, travel like this. It's not that we are thinking, it's based on a study which was done by NASA. And the third application, and the biggest one, it's there is still a lot of countries where it's simply not an infrastructure. Here I will be more detailed. Just 3% is a shocking number. Just 3% of surface of the Earth, it's covered with a road infrastructure. Only half of them are paved. And now the big figure, based on World Bank, $8 trillion of US dollars needs to be spent till the end of 2030 to build necessary infrastructure. In transportation, these days, a lot of things are happening. We are absolutely happy that the time is now, really, because transportation, we believe, it's the next big thing because we are able to move data in nanoseconds. The bandwidth of the data is really super fast, but the people, the man, it's stuck somewhere in a traffic jam, and when you compare the freedom to move of the data and freedom to move of the people is really the huge difference and not very positive for the people. But what's currently going on, like autonomous driving and intelligent car-to-car communication, is just the partial solution. We believe that what must be done is moving traffic through two-dimensional system to three-dimensional. So, flying cars. Maybe we are thinking that we're just kidding and it's a promo for some Hollywood blockbuster, but no, this is a serious technological thing. And we are not the first one. I would like to again to point out that a lot of media, a lot of people are using to explain, compared to in a link with the Aeromobil, that we are the first flying car. Definitely not. The first flying car was built and tried in US in 1917. From that times, there was plenty of projects, military ones, private ones. A lot of companies was trying to hack this and to solve this problem, but it's not very easy. I love this quote, famous Henry Ford. He said in 1940, "Mark my word, a combination of airplane and motor car is coming. You may smile, but it will come. Still, it takes some time." Today, it's 2014, but some things are happening. It was quite a long way also for us. I will play one historical video. It looks like from the times of Henry Ford, but in real, it's a video of my partner, and now the stage will be for him. When he started to test first of his invention in an age of, I think, 15 that times.
I spent a very crazy childhood. I had my father, which was a very old dreamer, and we tested a lot of flying objects, and I know it was fruit of my childhood that I won't be engineer and I won't be designer and pilot. And I want to make a flying car. I think we have two possibilities. So one is make expansion to air. We have several and a lot of layers, which we can very increase performance in transport. And because our possibilities on Earth are very limited. As my colleague said, that we have only 3% of surface of Earth are oriented to transport. I think in future will be not more. And of course, this idea to marry aircraft and car is not new. But these objects are coming from absolute opposite world. As example, aircraft need lift, and car need downforce. All aircraft, they have 3 wheels, and all cars, they are 4 wheels. That is very instable, that is very stable. And space for passengers, aircraft, they are very limited. Car is very comfortable. And these differences, we can look for a lot of differences. But what is important, that car need formal language, because this dialogue with customers is very important, and this part we would like integrate in our object. I had 2 possibilities. One, it's integrate 2 functions in one object, same as made nature, as flying fish or duck. Or second principle, that you can use metamorphoses. It means that you can transform from one position to second position. And after you can have non-handicap position as car and non-handicap position as aircraft. I tested all these ways. Second was compromise. When I started consider about this project, I opened a dialogue with a lot of engineers from aviation, and I have been very frustrated because solutions from aviation were very, very conservative. Due to I had to open own experiences. It is some evolution line. You can see first object, non-transformation. I used Prandtl wings, which are closed wings. I used 3 wings, which generated lift for flight. I tested, but was very complicated. It was only 1-seater, and the span 2.5 meters was not practical for transport on the street. Due to, I changed this concept. After I started second, it is with transformation. And I wanted integrate design. It means that I wanted to make shape which is more attractive and looks more sporty car. On the right, you can see this comparison with normal aircraft. It's completely new design and new style because we want to make a new category. These 2 objects were in absolute garage project that I made own in my studio, and I saw that I had to change, and I must open more to more professional. And in this time, I met Juraj in one student bar, and we discussed about freedom, you know, as 2 artists. And Juraj said to me, I help you with investment, I help you with organization. And from this time, we established a new company.
Okay, so 2010, it was the day when I came to the stage. I had to say to all of you looking for investors that Stefan is like the dream for investor because I started as an investor. He was trying to convince me for 3 weeks that this is dangerous. I can lose all my money and maybe this will never happen. So it was really very serious. But this formula, it's something which was created by Stefan, and he said to me that we are able to work and to start this company because we are both artists. My original profession, I was a theater director, so we knew each other from those times, and as a funny way, that there is like combination of different expertise. Stefan is engineer, designer, and a pilot at the same time, and I started as an investor. I'm a businessman, and my background is also from marketing. So we started in 2, but in real it was like 6 people. This was the crucial milestone for us. 1 year ago, a little bit more, we got an invitation from NASA and some other big companies to present Aeromobil as a concept at Aerotech. It's a very unique conference which is dedicated to the aerospace with all the big companies like Airbus, Boeing, you name it. And there was a special part of this conference dedicated to the future of travel. And we decided that if we will go there, we will not do it usual way. We will not show just some sketches, 3-dimensional projections, that we will show that what we have is real. So we decided to produce what we call pre-prototype, and we call it Aeromobil 2.5, which declares that it's somewhere between 2 and 3, and this works.
And in a very short time, we realized a prototype from tubes, and we cover with air fabric, but this object has a function to fly. And I think 4 weeks before this conference, we tested, and it was for us as analog model. And we tested all functions which were very, very important for safety and for functionality. As example, suspension, rotation of wings, variable of angle of attack, transmission, and a lot of parameters. And this flight was very successfully. And due to, we started to prototype 3.
And this is for us really like the big bang. What happens was absolutely unexpected for us because we planned that this showcase will be done just for one time in Montreal for experts, for industry experts. And what happens really, it was like in few weeks, it was recognized by the global media, by investors, by plenty of different stakeholders in this field, and it was just first shocked, and then we decided that no, now we have to go full throttle. At the same time, what's very important, we are not the only crazy guys. All the projects which are on the screen is the current one. There is from just the concept to the real one, from powered parachute, which is like the basic level, to the flying advanced cars. So there is some of them from military field, some of them are just the sketches, and two of them are like the real one. It's American project Terrafugia with the MIT background and a small Slovak garage project of Aeromobil. So as I already said, after all these experiences, strong signals, we decided, no, now we have to go full throttle and really to do it super fast, to keep traction, and to be able to deliver as soon as possible the next phase. What I did, because after plenty of discussion, I realized that there is a lot of IP, there is a lot of intellectual property behind, and it was not covered. So even my closest friends doesn't know that what I'm doing those years, and we really keep this in, let's say, confidential level, and we fill a lot of different trademarks, patents. So this is the current status, and it's still ongoing process, and some of them will come in upcoming weeks and months. So there is like the real value in a project which is linked to IP. And what happens, it's really like a nice startup story. This project, like many of startups, started in garage because it's a car, so it was the most relevant place to start. And in just 10 months, with just 12 full-time people, they are sitting here, and with 6 part-time partners, we were able to achieve something which for me still today is amazing. This is the team. And this was a cockpit of this analog model pre-prototype Aeromobil 2.5. This man is a hero. He was able to sit in and to fly this with such equipment. It's still crazy. And as I said, just in 10 months, we are currently here. So this is the cockpit of the current model. And what we would like to show in a few minutes, it's what we call Flying Roadster. It's still not the final product, but it's the next step in direction to the final product. We call it Flying Roadster because in a very base quality, it's a roadster. It's a super sport car for 2 people, made from carbon fiber with very advanced avionic. What's there, it's equal to what Boeing or Airbuses are holding. There is anti-collision systems, there is 2-axis autopilot, there is very important equipment, there is very advanced parachute deployment. So if there will be some problem, there is in the cockpit panic button. You just push one button and the whole Aeromobile will safely land on a parachute. No necessary to jump out. It's absolutely safely tested, and it's like a new era of safety in the air. And as I said, we don't need an airport. These days, and still, these things are improving. Around 200, 250 meters of grass strip is enough for takeoff, and just 50 meters, because we are landing on the 4 wheels, just 50 meters of grass is enough for landing. So this Flying Roadster will be announced now at Pioneers, because both, thanks a lot, both Stefan and me, we can't imagine the better place. As I said, this historical framing, looking over Danube here, all these things very emotional, which are linked with the Velvet Revolution, that this is not automotive or aerospace festival. This is dedicated to pioneering, to innovation. So we are so happy being here. We are so happy that we are able just now to show how the Aeromobil 3.0 looks like. So please. Sound, please. So, please save the applause. It will be, I think, the more important part for this. Thanks a lot, really. It's very emotional for us. But our message to you, to all the pioneers here, that dreams really comes true. Sometimes you need to wait for 25 years, but definitely they will come. So please keep dreaming. Aeromobil, pioneers. And now is the time for the applause, because this will never, ever happen without these people. They are here, so applause belongs to them. Aeromobil team. Our partners. And the companies working with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, come along with me. What do we think, pioneers? Now, look at that. Look at that. You've got standing ovations, gentlemen. Look at that. You've earned that. You've earned that. I think that's the first, or at least one of the first. So raise your hand if you want one. Well, that makes it easy. Look, gentlemen, we've got a couple of questions here. And the first question, we'll be trying out Slido, which should be popping up sometime soon, is how difficult is it to fly the Aeromobile? Will I need any special training? And how long does it take?
I tested last weekend. You saw that I can say this pilot which is flying on 20 aircrafts, that the behavior of this Aeromobile is same as behavior as Cessna or Piper. It's very easy, very easy.
So you do need a pilot's training, but it's like a Cessna?
Okay, that you need a pilot license. That with normal pilot license, each pilot is able to fly without problems. It's very stable.
And does it need any type rating or anything? Or you just...
I will just say that it's really simple. Even if you will buy a car in a showroom, you are not allowed immediately to legally drive it on the street. So for flying, you need PPL, which is like a basic private pilot license. In the US currently, you need 25 hours of training. In the EU, you need 40 hours of training. So it's not a big obstacle.
So within 40 hours of training, I can have my flying car?
Yeah.
Awesome. Next question we have is, what do I like? I have to get used to this too. Here's a bit of a private question, but I think it's quite cool. What's the monthly operating cost? It's more than an app, isn't it?
No, it's like a regular car. You don't need enough gas. You can tank gas on any Shell, OMV, any kind of company like this, and you can park it in garage, because if you have a plane, it's like a lot of cost hidden in the price, because like 10 to 20% of the cost you need for maintenance, for mechanics, for hangar, and this you will just keep in your private garage.
It's main idea of Aeromobile, because we wanted to change ritual on the airports. You know, because if you have aircraft, you must go in a hangar. Now you can go to your own garage. That is a lot of differentity.
There was another question here, is how many orders have you got? Can it be ordered already?
No, we want to be serious company. It's not like the boy toy, or we are not building the prop for the Hollywood movie. For this, the next very important part, we believe that we solved the first part, which is technical solution. The next one will be certification and legislation, because we are now trying to merge two ultra-regulated markets, 100% of bureaucracy on the road, with the car and 100 years of bureaucracy in the air as a plane. So it's quite a tough job. On the other hand, when we build this, we have this in our minds. So it's built it in a way that as a car it will be in one category, and as a plane, as a light sport aircraft. So back to the question, we will not take any orders before we will be absolutely sure in what year, in which period we will be able to deliver the first product. We're already working on this. There is a plenty of guys calling us, sending an emails that they want to buy it. They don't care about the price. They just want 5 now, but it's too early.
But do you have some kind of a secret list? Like a secret, someone's going to come on, I just want to be one of the first.
No. If you want, we can then backstage
awesome.
to arrange.
And one of these 2,000 people you probably might also. So you have a long, maybe the more relevant question also for me is actually, how much will it cost? And well, when can we buy one? You said you're not quite sure, but how much will it cost? Now,
again, this will be a bit similar answer that the previous one, but definitely it will be the price which will reflect that it's the combination of the super sport car as a really super sport roadster. I absolutely believe that because of design of Stefan and the functionality, it will be super luxury sport car and a small plane. So it will be like 2-in-1, and the price will reflect this combination.
Okay, which was quite a political answer, but so it will be expensive but totally worth the money.
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. What about air regulations?
Air regulation, we made this object now for valid regulation. That it means as aircraft will be in light sport aircraft category, and as car will be in category for car. But our dream is prepare a new categorization that we would like to make category flying car.
So totally new regulations.
Yes, with own regulation. It could be ideal.
I just would like to add on, there is a nice example that also the motorbikes or motorcycles, it's not two-wheel car, or it's not just the bike with the engine. It's a separate category, and we are heading there. And back to the previous question, it will be a bit complicated with legislation, because unfortunately there is not just the one. You need different for US, FAA, EASA for Europe, then for Asia, Africa. But what's good that we already have some discussion with these authorities that now it's more and more usual and obvious that these countries are accepting this certification from one country to another.
Okay, thank you. By the way, if some of you guys are thinking, what's he doing with the iPad? I'm actually checking the questions. What questions? The questions you can ask via Slido. You can get Slido via your Pioneers app. Open it, slide to the right, and you should find the button Interact. But I know not all of you have downloaded the app up to now, so I'll be doing 2 more questions, or 1 more here, and then I'll be doing 2 offline questions. So prepared, I'll be coming to you with a mic if you feel like having one. Raise your hand if you have an offline question. Okay, good, good. Anyone else? Okay, good. So, there's a question I think has been popping up most of the time. What do you think about Hyperloop from Elon Musk? Is that the future of transportation, yes or no?
I really admire what Elon Musk is doing for personal transportation. It's again for me the strong sign that personal transportation is the next big thing, and there is plenty of different ways how to solve it, from the electrical, maybe the Hyperloop will be for really very precisely defined A and B, like LA and San Francisco, how the Hyperloop was presented. This could be an option, but it's like another philosophy, and it's really not so free in travel, because you just have a tunnel between 2 points.
Okay. One quick question, how fast does it go? On the ground and in the air, roughly?
I think this question is good about infrastructure, that we organize our project and need for landing and for takeoff grass. That is environmentally very friendly. We don't need some special runway. It means that can be very nice message for architecture, and we can prepare a new, very cheap infrastructure around cities.
And how fast?
But back to this question, all the specifications now are tested, so we will test the different engines, so all of them will influence how fast it will drive and fly.
Okay. Now, where's my offline questions? Raise your hand.
Hi, Joseph from NZO. Guys, you're entrepreneurs. Are you going to keep innovation center and production in Slovakia, or you will move to other countries? Thank you.
It's still something which maybe it's too early to answer. On one hand, our country is an excellent, because maybe it's not so known, but the most cars per capita is produced in Slovakia, 1 million last year. So all our suppliers are in a radius of 100 kilometers. So it's very easy to produce. We have carbon fiber producers. We have a lot of very well-educated people. So it could be done there, and we are heading there, but it's depending on the market. Maybe there will be some other countries where we will produce. This is too early. Definitely for current state and for R&D, which is still in front of us, Slovakia is our base.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, it was an absolute pleasure. All the other questions, don't worry, will not be ignored, but we will answer them all. We'll answer them all online because it's a flood of questions. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Keep
Pioneers,
dreaming.
make some
Thank you
noise
very
for Aeromobil 3.0.
Thank you.